Welcome back to the Distressed Princess and episode 5 of this Christmas craft series. And if you're not already a subscriber, please consider hitting that button and giving me a big thumbs up if you like this video. The first DIY was inspired by this garland that I saw online. I'm not even sure what store, I just snapped the picture. And we're going to use bottles, like travel size bottles from the Dollar Tree, some little mini trees I got from Hobby Lobby, some snow, jute string, craft paper, most items you can find very cheap. So the first thing is to take the snow and put into the little bottles, and I put maybe about a fourth of the bottle full of snow. If you don't have snow flurries, which the Dollar Tree carries that, but if you don't have any snow flurries or they're all sold out, Epsom salts works great for snow too. Now this little bag of tiny Christmas trees I got at Hobby Lobby, just a couple of dollars, and I've used some of them for other crafting projects, so I'm just using what I had left over, which I had 7 trees. So I filled 7 bottles with snow and trees. The next step is to take fairy lights that you get from anywhere. This pack came from Walmart for about $2.98, and I tried to space it so that there were 2 lights inside of each jar and 1 light in the middle. The best idea I came up with to cover the jars was using brown craft paper from the Dollar Tree. I already had this on hand. So the idea I had was to do like fabric on a canning jar. Have you ever seen like on mason jars, and people want to make their canning, their jams and jellies look really cute and frilly? They put a piece of fabric on the lid or in between the little lids, and it's so cute. So this was my idea to cover these little jars. So what I did was I cut squares out of the paper, and then I pressed it onto each top to make an indentation where the circle is, and then I was able to cut around however big I thought I would need, which you can see here, get an idea of how big I made my circles. An extra security measure before you tie your jute string around your little brown top would be to put a little dab of hot glue so that your top for sure stays on there. I wish I would have done that. I have to be careful with my strand of lights, but you can avoid that by just putting a little dab of hot glue to secure the little brown bag top, and then tie your jute string around like I'm doing now. And when you get your jute string put around a couple of times, you could tie a bow. You could get fancier with it than I did, but I didn't. I just tied it around, wrapped it a couple of times, and then secured it with hot glue. think this turned out pretty darn spectacular, pretty close to the original that gave me the inspiration, and I am very happy with the way these turned out. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this DIY. So I found this deer at the Dollar Tree. I was so excited to find him. Of course, I am all into the deer this year. So I found this gold deer and I knew immediately I wanted to paint him black. So I used my black acrylic craft paint just to give him a nice coat of black. And I wasn't even being particularly careful to make sure that all the gold was covered. I was okay with some of the gold showing through. But after I got him all painted black, then I knew I wanted to decorate him up with some pine and pine cones. The candle holder on this deer is on the small side. I don't think it would even hold a tea light, but I had this little votive candle and I just kind of cut down the bottom of it so that it would fit. And don't light this candle if you're going to be putting pine on his neck like I did. The next DIY is using this candy dish from the Dollar Tree. It's just plastic. It's kind of a metallic-y green color, and they had different colors of them, but I knew I wanted to paint this black because I've been loving the black accents for Christmas this year, and I thought I would give my myself a try with it, and turns out, yep, there is another genre of Christmas decorations that I am in love with. So add it to the list. Gingerbread, black accents, cabin. There's plenty. It makes me want to go out and get all new stuff every year. Anyway, after I got this painted with regular black acrylic paint, I used, and it was dry, completely dry, I used this gold marker that you get at the Dollar Tree. And I just made a very thin line around the edge for that little special gold detail. You could take this candy dish a step further and use dishwasher safe Mod Podge, and you could give it a nice clear coat that would protect it in the dishwasher. At least it's supposed to. I've never tried it. Let me know if you have success with that, because I haven't actually done it yet. Anyway, I didn't do the clear coat because my candies that I was going to put in the dish were going to be individually wrapped, and I was very happy with how this $1 candy dish turned out. The final DIY today is using this sign from Dollar Tree, this frosted fern from Dollar Tree, and a gift bag from Walmart that was $1.77. So all you do is cut the front off of the gift bag. I didn't use the back side because it's got a folded piece. So cut the front off the gift bag and remove the handle from the gift bag carefully, because the handle could cause a tear if you're not really careful. I used decoupage glue to attach my gift bag to my sign, which is the same thing as Mod Podge. But in hindsight, I wish I would have used just a regular glue stick, because once again, I put the Mod Podge and my sign got wrinkles in it. If there's anyone out there that can help me with this dilemma, every time I use Mod Podge or decoupage, I get this problem with the wrinkles. So if you know how to use Mod Podge correctly, go ahead and use that, but I'm wishing I would have just used a regular glue stick or adhesive tape or two-sided tape, or even, well, no, not hot glue, because that probably would lump up underneath, but not the decoupage glue that I did use, because I got wrinkles. Then I used the gold marker that you get at the Dollar Tree, and I wrote the word joy. I used some more of that frosty fern from the Dollar Tree and the little pine cones from the Dollar Tree to decorate my sign. I think this is a perfect addition for my black and gold accented Christmas decor this year. Hey, thanks everybody for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And for more DIY inspiration, catch me over on Instagram, Pinterest, and my blog, thedistressedprincess.com.